Have you ever stopped to think that you might be carrying the pure energy of Taurus within you, even if you weren't born under this sign? Today I'm going to reveal the 10 most striking habits that betray this Taurus influence in your life. And you'll be surprised by how many of these behaviors you recognize in yourself. Stay until the end because I'll show you how these habits can be your greatest assets for a more prosperous and balanced life. Those who leave now miss out on the chance to understand why certain attitudes of yours make so much sense. What if I told you these habits are actually superpowers in disguise? You'll discover how to use each of them to your advantage. Habit 1. The first habit is the absolute necessity of having a well-established routine. If you're one of those people who can't function properly without knowing exactly what you're going to do the next day, you can be sure that Taurus energy is strong within you. It's not stubbornness, it's mental organization. Imagine that person who always drinks coffee at the same time, has lunch at the same corner restaurant, and has a sacred bedtime ritual. It might seem repetitive to other signs, but for those with this Taurus influence, this predictability is pure mental fuel. It's as if the brain functions better when it knows what to expect. The superpower here is productivity through stability. While others waste energy trying to decide what to do at any given moment, you already know your path. This frees your mind to focus on what truly matters, creating a solid foundation for greater achievements. Habit 2. The second habit is being extremely selective with friendships and relationships. You don't collect people. You cultivate true bonds. If it takes months to consider someone a true friend, but once you do, it's for life. This is a hallmark of Taurus energy. Think about that person who's had the same group of friends for years, who prefers an intimate dinner with 2 loved ones to a party with 50 strangers, who thinks long and hard before opening up to someone new. But when they do, it's with complete loyalty. This isn't excessive distrust. It's emotional wisdom. Your superpower is building relationships that last decades. While others live superficial relationships that fall apart at the first sign of trouble, you invest in bonds that become pillars of mutual support. Your life becomes richer because you choose quality over quantity. Before continuing, if this content resonates with you, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos about the mysteries of the signs. And tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing where our astrological family is spread around the world. Habit 3. The third habit is having a very special relationship with food and the pleasures of the table. If you're one of those people who savors every bite, who prefers cooking at home to ordering delivery, and who considers a good meal one of life's great pleasures, Taurus energy is surging. You're probably the person who knows the best restaurant in every neighborhood, who always has a special sweet treat hidden away at home, and who turns any lunch into a moment of celebration. It's not gluttony. It's a genuine appreciation for the flavors and textures life offers. You're the person who spends an hour at the supermarket because you have to touch the tomatoes to choose the best ones. The superpower here is transforming simple moments into memorable experiences. Your ability to find pleasure in the simple things in life makes you naturally happier and also wonderful company. People feel special when they share a meal with you. Habit 4. The fourth habit is the physical need to have a corner of your own, a space that's completely yours. If you can't truly relax except in your room, your favorite armchair, or your own corner of the house, that's pure Taurus energy manifesting. It could be that chair at the dining table that everyone knows is yours, a corner of the garden where you retreat, or simply the way you make your bed, a specific way no one else can copy. You need a place where you can completely let your guard down, where every object is exactly where you want it. Your superpower is creating environments that nourish your energy. While others adapt to any environment, you transform spaces into true personal sanctuaries. This gives you a solid emotional foundation that empowers everything you do in life. Habit 5. The fifth habit is the ability to remain calm in situations that would make others panic. If you're the person everyone runs to when a crisis hits, if you have this natural ability to maintain composure even when everything around you is on fire, this is a hallmark of the Taurus influence. Imagine that person who, when everyone is yelling in traffic, continues to drive calmly, listening to their music. Who, when their boss is freaking out at work, continues to do their tasks methodically without despairing. Who, in family arguments, is the voice of reason that calms tempers. It's not a lack of emotion, it's emotional stability. Your superpower is being a safe haven in people's lives. Your calmness is contagious and reassures those around you. You become a beacon of balance, and this opens many doors in both your personal and professional life. Habit 6. The sixth habit is having a very intense relationship with nature and the need for regular contact with natural elements. If you're one of those people who needs to touch the earth, who feels different after a while in the park, who has plants at home as if they were children, Taurus energy is manifesting strongly. You're probably the one who stops to watch the sunset, who knows the phases of the moon, who senses when it's going to rain even before the clouds appear, who needs at least a few minutes outdoors every day to feel balanced, who has a garden or at least a few potted plants that you tend with special care. Your superpower is this connection that recharges and centers you. While others seek energy in gyms or expensive therapies, you find free renewal in nature. This gives you an emotional and physical resilience few can understand. Habit 7. The seventh habit is the tendency to take a long time to make important decisions, but when you do, you make a final decision. If you're one of those people who considers a purchase for weeks or takes months to change jobs, but when you do, it's because you're absolutely certain, that's pure Taurus energy. It may seem slow to outsiders, but it's actually practical wisdom. You need to feel that the decision is mature, that you've considered every possible angle. It's like someone who researches 3 stores before buying a pair of shoes, someone who dates for years before getting married, but when they do, it's for real. The superpower here is the extremely low regret rate. While others constantly change their minds and undo choices, your decisions tend to be correct precisely because they were well thought out. You build a more solid life because each step was calculated. Habit 8. The eighth habit is having an incredible memory for sensory details and a unique ability to capture moments through the 5 senses. If you remember exactly what perfume someone wore 3 years ago, the taste of that special dessert, or the texture of that fabric that left a lasting impression on you, the Taurus influence is strong. You're probably the one who remembers entire conversations through small details, like the sound of the rain or the smell of coffee in the air. You choose amazing gifts because you remember what people like. You can recreate recipes just by trying them once. Your superpower is creating rich, lasting memories. Your life is more colorful because you capture experiences in depth. And this makes you special in people's lives because you remember details that show how much they matter to you. Habit 9. The ninth habit is the ability to find beauty and pleasure in simple things that others consider banal. If you can be enchanted by an interesting texture, the way light hits a wall, or the sound of running water, this is a very strong characteristic of Taurus energy. You're the one who stops to admire a well-arranged window display, who's moved by a song with a special melody, who buys an object simply because it's beautiful, even if it doesn't have a specific function. You transform your home into a cozy place simply by the way you arrange things. Your superpower is this ability to find happiness in everyday life. While others need big events to feel good, you find joy in the little things every day. This gives you a higher quality of life and a more positive outlook. Habit 10. The 10th and final habit is almost unwavering persistence when you truly want something. If you're one of those people who can take a while to start a project, but once you start, you don't stop until you finish, who doesn't easily give up on your goals, even when everyone says it's impossible, this is Taurus determination in action. You're probably the one who keeps studying for that exam when everyone else has given up, the one who persists in that professional dream despite facing obstacles, the one who builds their achievements brick by brick, unhurriedly but without stopping. It's not blind stubbornness, it's conscious determination. Your superpower is the ability to make dreams come true that others consider impossible. Your constant persistence trumps natural talent and luck. You may not be the fastest, but you're certainly among those who go the furthest. Now that you know these 10 habits, can you recognize how many of them are part of your life? Taurus energy can be present in anyone, regardless of their sun sign. These habits are true gifts that connect you with stability, determination, and the ability to enjoy life to the fullest. Which of these habits caught your attention the most? Which do you recognize as the strongest in yourself? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear how these Taurus traits manifest in your life. And remember, each of these habits is a superpower in disguise. Use them to your advantage to build a more solid, more enjoyable, and more authentic life.